Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm with Adam Day, EXP head guy for the UK. Talk to me about personal branding in a estate agency versus company branding. Talk to me.
Personal branding versus company branding. So I was always of the opinion that the brand, the company, was the most important thing. You know, I always talk about going back to Hatched, but it's the thing I know the best. I was doing it for 10 or 11 years, and I thought we were good in one area because the people of that town liked the brand, and I thought we weren't so good in another area because the people of that town didn't like the brand. Actually, it was down to the person. I think that when it really hit home to me was March. What are we in now? It's March 2019. I was at school quiz night. I was just about to start up a new estate agency. This was before EXP had actually come along, and a friend of mine said, "Oh, my mum's looking at selling her big, pile, her big property, and this lady has inherited like 20, 30 properties 30 years ago. Always used me at country properties, or always used country properties, but I got given her as a client, if you like." When we started up Hatched, she started selling her. She used to sell a house a year, pretty much. That was pretty much what she did. Pay a tax bill or something like that. And then she followed me to Hatch, and I thought, oh, it's because we're cheap. That's the only reason she's using us. And so her son approached me when I was out of Hatched, out of everything, about to start a new estate. He said, "Oh, Adam, I've just heard you're starting a new estate agency. My mum's got this house. It's a big pile. She wants to sell it." I said, "No problem. I'm not cheap." And he said, "We don't care what the cost is. My mum wants to use you." That was probably when the penny dropped, and I thought, oh my God, she'd not followed me from country properties to Hatch because we were cheap. She'd followed me because of me. And I think that was a massive, massive learning for me, that it's actually about the person as an individual. I know you've talked to Mark Bentley, and Mark Bentley is, of that sort. He's of that breed of known in the town.
Well, he'd left the estate agency and was getting a phone call a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
But you do, if you put yourself out there, if you engage with the community and you give a good service. But I think if you allow people to remember who you are, with us. So what we do is at EXP is we have their name on the board. So Adam Day, powered by EXP. That's how we operate. Okay. And so if I put my board in the middle of Hitchin, where I'm from, I might get a few of my friends taking the mick out of me because I put my name on the board. Some are putting photos. I'm not going to do that. But equally, there'll probably be dozens of others. Well, that is fair. Yeah, there'll be dozens of others who go, "Oh, I remember that bloke. He sold my house back in 2001 or 2010 or whatever it might be." And so making it about the individual agent has become a really big part of EXP offering over the last few months.
Isn't it interesting that in America and Australia it's more about the agent and not the company, and they earn more money? Is that... are your guys getting good top dollar fees?
No. Same sort of standard 1%-ish fees.
Okay.
But they're only 70% of that, so it's a decent fee. But I think that as we move along, as we grow, and as agents realise that they're being used because of them, then they'll be able to say to their client, it's 1.5% or it's 2%. I mean, we've got one guy who's saying that he's only going to deal with 5 properties at any one time, and he's going to charge 2% for that. That's where he wants to get to. Is it's only dealing with 5 properties, 2% each property.
That sounds quite fanciful, but actually I do know there's plenty of agents in the UK that are doing that and being very successful at it.
But because they're selling themselves as individuals, aren't they? If they were part of the big brand and saying, "Oh, I'm going to take you on, then I'll pass you off to my negotiator," they're not likely to achieve that sort of fee.
So personal branding is all about getting... I mean, I hate the phrase personal branding. I love the word reputation. What advice would you give to people about improving your reputation, personal branding?
For me, it's getting out and about and into your community.
Okay.
I've done a daily video this week actually to all of our agents at EXP saying, right, your task for today, should you decide to accept it, is to walk down your barber, your local hairdressers, give them some business cards and talk to those people in there, and then go back the next week and build a relationship with the barbers, build a relationship with the local coffee shops, go and work in the local coffee shop, go and buy bread from the local baker. Don't buy it from Greg's, buy it from the local baker, and do it every single week and start engaging with your community and talking to them and getting to know them. It's like going down your local pub, isn't it? And you walk in, the landlord says, "All right, Adam, pint of whatever it is." And the amount of business I got from my local pub back in the day,
tell you what, mate,
unbelievable.
I'm down there. What other tips and advice would you give to estate agents? on personal brand to improve their branding?
Social media.
Social media. Go on.
Media. Now, if I was frontline, and I'm selling a few houses, I'll sell a few bits and pieces here and there, friends and family again if they approach me. If I was front line, starting from scratch as a self-employed agent, I would be doing lots of content. Now we had a little debate. Disagreement's a strong word. About last time I was challenging you on whether, just talking about house prices is the right thing to do, because I think talking about the wider picture of selling your house is more engaging and better content. I actually had an idea.
I would say as well as.
Okay. We'll I agree with you on that one. I really like the idea, and this is fresh. This is exclusive for you, Chris, of interviewing buyers and saying to you that buyer, hi, I'm here with John and Kate, and they're looking for a 3-bedroom semi-detached house in Hitchin, up to 500,000. John and Kate, tell us what your ideal property is. And if the buyers are willing to be interviewed, that's the key part. But if the buyers are willing to be interviewed, you can share that on the We Love Hitchin page. All of a sudden, you're getting potential sellers being tagged in. You're getting, I think that's gold. I think that'd be a great idea.
It's a great idea. I like that one.
Yeah.
Anyone
used it before?
I've seen it from the seller's point of view, but not the buyer's, so I like that one. I'll steal that. I borrowed that one off you. Any other tips?
Other tips? I mean, for me, are we talking about touting? Is that something we can talk about?
Do what you like. Whether that's personal branding, I'm not sure, but
yeah, I mean, I think you can get across your personality in that. Okay. I think the standard letters of, we're better than them is probably not the right way to do it. But again, content, added value. I've been living in this area for 30 years. I know it's not that. It can become a bit boring.
Hey, they could probably even talk about the property market, couldn't they?
Well, that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.